Okay, it's a new year, time for a new golf game, and I'm going to show you here how you can practice and play the best golf of your life in 2026. So instead of spending time sitting on the couch thinking about your golf game, come in and find out how you can play better. And we're going to start with the Performance Center. So the Performance Center is a really cool tool that they have here in the TrackMan system, and we have here at Private Fairway. So let's start it up and I'll show you how it works. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open it up, we're going to pick our player, make sure our altitude is set to where we're at, and then we're going to start a practice session. And so it's going to load up the practice center for us, and what this is going to allow us to do is to hit different shots with different clubs, different distances, and it's going to give us a score for each one of those. And when you use it with the Map My Bag feature that TrackMan has, it can really help you understand and play better golf. So I'm going to show you how that works. And we're going to load up the Performance Center here. And now we're going to choose what we want to do. So this is letting us we could hit driver if we want. We'll come back and hit driver. Let's start with something a little more normal. So we're going to go to approach, and we're going to give it like a distance of ones that are kind of hard for me. Let's say like 65 to let's say 130. And then it's set up to randomize. So it's actually going to pick a different green with different bunkers. It's going to pick, here we can see it's going to pick a different pin placements, and then it's going to randomize the distance and it's going to randomize the pin placement. We can also choose a handicap. So my handicap's about a 12, so we're going to pick that, and then we're going to click confirm. And now what's going to happen is it's loading it up for us here, and now it's loaded up this hole for us. And I'm going to come in here because I like to turn on these target markers on like that. Okay, so now we have this yardage. It's 107 yards to that flag. We can see it here in the little, right here in the mini map. And then see this white circle? This white circle is using this Map My Bag feature, which is telling me, it's telling me based on my handicap what my what my ideal landing area is. So we have 107 yards, and it's just going to have us hit one shot at a time these different distances. So what sometimes happens when we practice is we hit the same shot over and over and over, and eventually we get grooved in at that distance. And what Performance Center will do is keep us from doing that. It'll make us actually think about every shot. So we're going to just think about every shot here. That one's going to be a little open and maybe short. Is it going to be short? No. Yeah, not bad. Okay, so not bad for that shot. And then what it does is it gives you a score based on strokes gained. So green is good, red is bad. So that's saying against similar handicaps, 12 handicaps, that shot's going to gain 0.06 strokes. So not too bad. All right, so now our next shot here is 85 yards. So that's going to be a different club. So we got to change clubs, which can be kind of helpful. And you got to think about it, right? We got to think about what we're doing. Ooh, a little too much maybe. Spin back, it's almost in the circle. Not quite, so I hit that a little further than I was expecting. Okay, so now we're back to 105. You can see a little different pin placement, green. Is that gonna be good? Oh, that's pretty good. And then if you want to like judge a few different things, so something I like to do, if we click on these squares here, we can change out some of these. So maybe what I might want to change out is, let's just change out like, well, we'll move attack angle and let's put in from the pin right here. So now we know from the pin, And the way I have it set up here, we have it set up here at Private Fairway, is on this screen over here. I can get all the other data for my swing if I want it. I can also set that up to look at something different. So let's set that up here real quick. Let's set it up, it's set up to impact, but in this mode you don't use that this way. So maybe we'll put video up there. Save like that. Back. Let's put video up there. Fix the camera angle because somebody bumped it. Okay, 114 yards. Oh, same club, I think. So let's see, just now we got to get over those little bunkers. Oh, not bad. 0.62 strokes gained, had a little more than half a stroke. So now we have another one. Now we're 129. It's kind of between clubs for me. And now you see up on the side screen I have the data and I have the video of my shot if I want to watch it back. I don't always like the video, but ooh, look at that. 0.9 yards, 3 feet. 3 feet from the pin. All right, now 110. Whoops. Well, that one missed. I lost 2/4 of a stroke. And then you'll see it's keeping track of kind of total strokes gained for my practice session. And if I wanted, I could come in here and scroll through these and I could look at each shot. So gate lost a little bit, gained, gained, gained. And then I could actually look at a summary and it'll tell me based on the distances where I'm gaining and losing. Now, I haven't hit that many shots, so it's not going to be, you know, as great. And if I click the aggregated, it'll show them to me all together. So it's kind of a cool way to practice. And if I wanted to set up like different distances, I could, you know. Let's hit one more here. It's going to be a different club. Going to go down to a wedge here. All right. I think I pulled it a little. Whoa, whoa. I hit that way too far. And I've kind of been having trouble with that. So see, that says my carry was like 89 yards. And so let's try that same club here from 80. Oh, I left that open. But better. Left it a little open. Don't spin off. Spin out of the circle. So now here's a 98 yards. So if I, in theory, hit full swing with this like the 2 shots ago, I feel like that's going to be short. Yeah, short. So, should have picked a different club. But you can see that gives you kind of a way to practice. Now, I haven't used the T version, so let's switch. So let's change it back to the T. And you can set up the course length. We'll set it up as 6,000. We'll let it randomize the holes. We'll click confirm. We'll get some tees out of our bag. Okay. So this will be new. I haven't done this before. So, okay, now you see we have this hole. Based on our handicap, it's telling us that our target carry is 249, which quite honestly, that's probably a little more than my average carry. Oh, but it's just, that's how, I can just, let's bring it back to say 230, 240 is more like my normal carry. All right, so let's see how this goes. But you'll see it kind of changes the fairway. I'm not going to change my aim. I'm just going to aim down the middle for this shot. Okay, not bad. I left it a little open, so we ended up in the rough. But I gained a stroke against the... I gained a stroke. That's not so bad. I'll take that. All right. Let's try another one. Remember, I didn't warm up, so we're going to warm up now. I pulled it a little, I think. Not too bad. There we go. Carry 240, 244, 245. Gained a stroke on that one. So you can see, like, using either wedges or mid irons or driver, this can be kind of a fun practice. So here's an interesting one. We're kind of cutting the corner on this hole, right? And so if I faded this a little bit, it could end up in danger. So we're gonna move our aim point just over, just a little, to try to not end up in danger. Oh, it's fading. It's a good thing I aimed over a little, because it faded a little bit on me. But carried it. Gained half a stroke. So, Performance Center is a way you can practice in the new year. Come in, practice for the next few months, and you'll start the season playing your best golf ever at Private Fairway.